Did you know that the weirdest house party is a mysterious house of many, as tall as the house of many others, created by nostalgic critic and phantom strider? This is not your usual house party. In fact, it's the strangest beginning you could imagine. Deep inside the mysterious house, 4 animal pet friend pals, Stravinsky the otter, Elbo the rabbit, Harald the hedgehog, and Klopstock the turtle, are all in trouble, locked together in a grand old cage. The air is thick with anticipation, and every forest animal pet folk waits outside, holding their breath as the greatest journey is about to begin. This isn't just any house, it's the gateway where the ordinary collides with the extraordinary, and the adventure of a lifetime is about to unfold. Every animal in the forest seems to sense it. Something magical is happening. Outside, the forest animal pet folk gather, their eyes wide with hope and excitement. They wait as the guard, a stern but kind policeman, approaches the cage, keys jingling in hand. The owner, who is also the security guard, grabs the magical keys, stealing a moment to repeat the ritual, and finally unlocks and opens the door to the cage. The moment is tense, every animal watching as the door swings wide. The guard policeman gently takes Stravinsky the otter, Elbo the rabbit, Harald the hedgehog, and Klopstock the turtle, these 4 forest animal pet friend folk pals, out of the cage. They blink in the sunlight, ready to discover the world beyond the house. The house, alive with secrets, now becomes the starting point for their greatest travel. Each room is a memory, but the real adventure lies ahead, in the wilds of the national park and the heart of nature's forest. The animation bursts with color and charm, but now the journey leads outside, where the forest calls and every step is a new discovery. So join Stravinsky, Elbo, Harald, and Klopstock as they leave the mysterious house behind and set out to explore the wonders of the national park. The greatest adventure awaits, and every forest animal pet folk is ready for the journey. Meet our 4 good talking forest animal pet friend pal heroes, the main characters of our whimsical adventure. There's Stravinsky the otter, Elbo the rabbit, Harald the hedgehog, and Klopstock the turtle. Together, they're a perfectly mismatched team, ready for fun, friendship, and a little bit of mischief. Their story is filled with laughter, magic, and the kind of wild adventures only the best of friends can share. Stravinsky, a brave, curious, and clever otter with a nerdy streak and a heart full of adventure, voiced by Tom Holland. He's not just any otter, he's a dreamer, a thinker, and the unlikely leader of this unusual group of friends. By his side is Elbo, a stylish, smart, and kind rabbit. Stravinsky's best friend and the voice of reason in their wildest moments, brought to life by Zendaya. Elbo's quick thinking and gentle heart keep the group grounded, and her sense of style is as sharp as her mind. Then there's Harald, a friendly, humorous, and surreal hedgehog whose jokes and oddball ideas always bring a smile, voiced by Jim Carrey. Harald's imagination knows no bounds and his laughter is infectious. And finally Klopstock, a wacky, funny, and one-of-a-kind green turtle, voiced by Steve Buscemi, who is a cherished friend to all. Klopstock's antics are legendary, and his unique perspective makes every day an adventure. Together, these 4 friends stumble upon a mysterious house at the edge of the woods. Their curiosity leads them to magical toys that come to life, and books that whisper secrets when the lights go out. Their constant bickering, wild adventures, and surprising moments of teamwork are the heart of the film. Each friend brings something special: bravery, cleverness, kindness, or just a dash of delightful chaos. In this cozy, chaotic house, friendship is the real superpower, binding them together through every adventure, every laugh, and every challenge they face as they unravel the mysteries of their magical new home filled with enchanted toys and talking books. Okay, so imagine this. Deep in the most cursed corner of the enchanted forest, 4 friends, Stravinsky the otter, Elbo the rabbit, Harald the hedgehog, and Klopstock the turtle, are basically living inside a TikTok FYP that's been possessed by their weirdest dreams. But these aren't just any dreams. These are the kind of fever dream flashbacks you get when someone plays a distorted anime intro, or your Tamagotchi dies mid-Zoom class and your mom's like, "It's just a phase, honey." There's the forbidden Nokia ringtone, SpongeBob memes your parents never got, and the existential dread of a Club Penguin ban. The forest glitches like a Minecraft server with 200 ping, and every stream whispers in the voice of 1,000 lost Neopets. But honestly, the real trauma dump is just getting started. One day, the squad stumbles onto the doorstep of the house that secrets built, a place so legendary your parents would call it character building, and your therapist would call it content. The wallpaper peels like Pokemon stickers your little cousin tried to eat, and the air? It's Play-Doh, burnt toast, and the plastic tang of Happy Meal toys your folks swore were limited edition. This house isn't just a backdrop, it's a full-on nostalgia core fever dream, a gothic maze that shifts like your parents' rules on screen time, packed with surprises that make you question if you're in a haunted mansion, or just reliving your most cringe childhood TikToks. Open one door and you're in a library where Furbies stare at you like your mom when you say, "I'm not hungry," but you just DoorDashed McNuggets. Next, you're in an underwater ballroom where Tamagotchis float by, screens flickering with cryptic messages in every language: Japanese, Spanish, Russian, emoji, and probably your dad's old AOL password. It's giving Lost in Translation, but make it Y2K. It's basically a playground for the unhinged. Puzzles, booby traps, and maybe a ghost that looks like a corrupted Neopet or your friend's Habbo hotel avatar after a 48-hour Minecraft binge. Every corner is a test of courage and cringe, with walls that pulse to the theme songs of cartoons your parents pretended to hate, Winx Club, Totally Spies, Code Lyoko, and floorboards that creak with the sound of forgotten MSN pings, ICQ uh-ohs, and the menacing hum of a CRT TV left on at 3 a.m. because your dad couldn't find the remote. It's like walking through a live-action meme dump. But the real main character energy? The booby traps. Not the Home Alone kind your dad brags about, but the ones straight out of Gen Z's collective trauma. Tripwires that drop rubber ducks, marbles rolling underfoot like your little brother's revenge, and buckets of slime on every door, because nothing says childhood like getting slimed and your mom yelling, "Who's cleaning this up?" POV, you're the cleanup crew. Somewhere in a room that smells like cherry blossoms and pixel dust, the house is basically Tokyo's nostalgia TikTok filter. Imagine Tokyo falling in love with its own memories, anime intros blushing at each other, Tamagotchis and Furbies holding hands under neon lights, and the skyline dotted with floating hearts like your parents' wedding photos, but with more pixels and less commitment. It's giving aesthetic. The house is both Wonderland and Troll, forcing you to relive the weirdest, most cursed moments of your childhood. Awkward schoolyard games, sleep paralysis demons, the terror of losing your favorite toy, and the existential dread of seeing your webkins expire while your mom says, "It's just a phase." #relatable. For Stravinsky, this house is a living meme museum of Gen Z childhoods worldwide. In one room, Japanese kids are glued to Tamagotchis, faces lit by the glow of digital pets. Down the hall, Turkish kids are launching Beyblades like it's a battle royale, while Brazilian kids trade Monica's gang comics and laugh at jokes your parents would never get. Americans flex Pokemon cards, German kids unwrap Kinder Surprises, Indian kids spin tops, and Russian friends cuddle plushies that look like SpongeBob's weird cousin. Every memory is a window into someone else's cringe, a patchwork of nostalgia that proves everyone's parents were just as weird as yours. #global FYP. Stravinsky, ever the nosy otter, realizes these memories aren't random. They're the world's most chaotic group project. For the younger crowd, it's a reminder that your favorite toy is part of a global inside joke. For history nerds, it's proof that even the dumbest childhood obsessions can end up in a fever dream adventure. Minecraft server, but make it emotional. Stravinsky, Elbo, Harald, and Klopstock go full Scooby-Doo, racing up the stairs with a mix of nostalgia and, what even is happening? They burst through a door and get hit with a wild, chaotic attack of Gen Z memory. Beanie Babies with missing eyes, Pokemon cards scattered like tarot, a maze built from Happy Meal toys, broken crayons, and the haunting melody of a Windows XP startup chime, aka your dad's idea of good music. It's a loot drop of pure chaos. Suddenly the room plunges into a villainous fever dream as 4 wicked ugly animals emerge from the shadows, each one a living, breathing, Frank Welker-style villain, their voices echoing with devilish glee. First, the evil leopard, a devilish imp, its spots flickering between jaguar and cheetah, but with the villainy of a tiger and the predatory grin of an anglerfish, piranha, or the great white shark from Jaws. Its eyes glint with malice as it slinks forward, every movement a threat, every snarl a promise of chaos. Next, the ugly evil deer, antlers twisted like a wendigo from folklore, part moose, part antelope, all devilish monster. Its hooves stomp with the weight of ancient curses, and its screech is the stuff of haunted forests and bedtime stories gone wrong. Then, the devilish owl. Feathers ruffled, eyes glowing, its hoots are eerie and echo like a vulture circling or an eagle ready to strike. It perches above, surveying the chaos, its presence a symbol of wisdom turned wicked. And finally, the dirty demon rat, pretending to be a harmless mouse but with the vicious bite of a shark or piranha, its fur matted and eyes wild, darting and chittering with villainous delight. Each animal rises in dramatic symbolic evil, ugly, wicked, and unforgettable before their inevitable fall, their presence turning the mysterious house into a stage for the most dramatic showdown of childhood nightmares. It's giving boss fight. The house is now peak-haunted, like Y2K designed a fever dream, with walls covered in corrupted Windows screensavers, assy-eye art melting into vaporwave, and the flicker of 1,000 lost YouTube poops. Your folks would call it art. Gen Z calls it a vibe. In a panic, Stravinsky searches for a shortcut, ears twitching to the sound of old ringtones, the menacing jingle of an ice cream truck, and the warped, looping oof of Roblox, aka the soundtrack of your childhood trauma party, #triggered. He grabs a mug, only to find it's filled with hot chocolate and marshmallows shaped like cartoon ghosts. It's the taste of comfort and trauma, like your grandma's hugs and your dad's back-in-my-day stories all at once. Sipping on nostalgia. Here, the best discoveries are about the shadows that shaped you, trauma and awakening, nostalgia and nightmare, all colliding in a single meme-worthy moment. Lore drop. Suddenly, Stravinsky finds a hidden treasure chest. Inside are 200,000 magic toys, each one morphing into something weirder. Tamagotchis with too many eyes, Furbies whispering secrets in every language, dolls that move when you're not looking, and Beyblades spinning with the faces of your childhood fears. Your parents would call it imagination, you call it nightmare fuel. Cursed objects. As he watches, the toys transform, coming alive with a surreal, unhinged energy, dancing and spinning like a fever dream from every Gen Z childhood. Polish knockoff Barbies, Brazilian Monica's Gang comics, Turkish Digimon stickers, and the haunted looping sound of a Tamagotchi's final beep. Your folks would say, they don't make toys like they used to. You'd say, thank God, not like other toys. Next, Stravinsky opens a mysterious package. Inside are 200,000 talking books, covers glowing with every cartoon color ever. He grabs a magic wand and the books burst open, all talking at once, a chaotic, meme-fueled attack on every Gen Z trauma party attendee's senses. References collide, trauma and joy, awakening and fear, all swirling together in a global symphony that leaves Stravinsky and his friends wide-eyed, trembling, and ready to roast their parents for the rest of eternity. For you page trauma dump Minecraft Earl. If you're a fan of magical adventures and heartwarming friendships, then you need to dive into Stravinsky and the Mysterious House. Announced back in August 2015, and released as a delightful kids' family cartoon on August 17, 2016, this film has captured the imagination of viewers young and old, and it's easy to see why. At its core, this is a story about friendship and courage, about how the bonds we form with others can help us face even the most daunting challenges. In a world where talking animals and humans coexist, the lines between ordinary and extraordinary blur, and the true magic lies in the connections we make along the way. Stravinsky's bravery, Elbo's caution, and the delightful chaos brought by Harald and Klopstock show that true friends don't just accept each other's quirks, they celebrate them. Each character brings something unique to the group, and together they create a dynamic that's both hilarious and heartwarming. As they journey through unexpected twists and face their deepest fears, every character learns and grows, not in isolation, but side by side. Their adventures remind us that growth is a shared experience, and that the support of friends can turn even the scariest moments into opportunities for laughter and learning. The house at the center of their journey is more than just a setting. It's a living metaphor for adventure itself, daunting, mysterious, and brimming with surprises at every turn. It challenges them, but also brings them closer together. The film's message is simple, yet profound. Be curious, be brave, and above all, treasure your friends. It's a reminder that the greatest adventures are the ones we share, and that courage often comes from knowing we're not alone. With its blend of humor, heart, and a touch of magic, this story is a joyful celebration of friendship for viewers of all ages. Whether you're young or just young at heart, you'll find something to love in this enchanting tale, and with the excitement this film has sparked, we can only hope for more magical adventures with Stravinsky and friends in the future, and that was the end. Buckle up! Stravinsky the otter, Elbo the rabbit, Harald the hedgehog, and Klopstock the turtle are off on another wild adventure. This time, in their trusty time-traveling jeep. With a sputter and a honk, they zoom through the ages, landing smack in the middle of the wild African savanna. Their mission? To meet the legendary talking animal pet friends, each with a story as wild as their stripes and spots. But who's leading this magical safari? None other than King Quigley, Stravinsky's owner, a wacky king and brilliant inventor with a crown perched on his head, a bright yellow suit, a round belly, black shoes, pale skin, a bushy black mustache and hair, and twinkling brown eyes. If he looks familiar, that's because he's directly inspired by the Burger King mascot, just with a little extra Mel Brooks flair. And yes, he's voiced by Mel Brooks himself. King Quigley, ever the showman, stands up and declares, "Welcome to my wild classroom." He's here to teach and learn about the amazing animals of the African savanna, each one a zodiac sign with a story to tell. "Let's meet the Royal Six," he booms, sounding suspiciously like he's about to offer you a whopper. First up, the lion, bold, brassy, and always ready with a joke. "Welcome to my kingdom," he roars, tossing his mane and making everyone giggle. He's the zodiac's king and he knows it. Next, the zebra, dressed in dazzling black and white, prancing about and debating whether to neigh or bray. "I'm unique, darling," the zebra declares, striking a pose for the Jeep's camera crew. The leopard leaps in, spots gleaming, and challenges the friends to a race. "Catch me if you can," he laughs, dashing so fast he nearly disappears into the tall grass. And finally, the elephant, gentle, wise, and always ready with a trumpet solo. "Don't forget your snacks," she bellows, offering peanuts to everyone, including King Quigley, who tries to juggle them, and fails spectacularly, much to the animal's delight. With a dramatic flourish, King Quigley announces, "Each of my fabulous friends is a zodiac sign. The lion rules 2009, the zebra prances through 2010, the leopard sprints into 2011, and the elephant trumpets 2012. He winks. "And remember, every year is a whopper of a story." The Jeep crew scribbles notes, wide-eyed and grinning. With a wave and a wink, King Quigley sends the friends off to their next adventure, reminding them that every animal and every year has its own wild story to tell. And with that, the Jeep revs up, ready for more time-traveling fun. Gap 1S. Welcome to our Meet the Voices Behind the Magic segment. Get ready to meet the cast, each character bursting with personality, style, and a voice that brings them to life. Let's roll out the red carpet for our whimsical crew. First up, meet Stravinsky the otter, our adventurous hero. Stravinsky is a male otter with sleek, chocolate-brown fur, bright, curious eyes, and a mischievous grin. He's always sporting a jaunty red scarf and is known for his nimble, athletic build and boundless energy. Voiced by Jamie Rivers, Stravinsky is always ready for the next big adventure. Next, say hello to Elbo the rabbit, the group's quick-witted sidekick. Elbo is a male rabbit with soft white fur, oversized ears, and a twitchy pink nose. He rocks a green vest and has a lean, speedy frame, perfect for darting through the underbrush. Elbo's voice is brought to life by Alex Chen, who captures every ounce of his playful spirit. Here comes Harald the hedgehog, the lovable brain of the bunch. Harald is a male hedgehog with cinnamon brown spines, a round belly, and gentle black eyes. He often wears a tiny blue cap and carries a satchel for his favorite snacks. Harald's thoughtful and gentle voice is performed by Samira Patel. And don't forget Klopstock the turtle, the wise guide. Klopstock is a male turtle with a mossy green shell, wrinkled skin, and a slow, steady gait. He wears round spectacles perched on his nose and exudes a calm, reassuring presence. Voiced by Morgan Lee, Klopstock is the heart and wisdom of the group. Now let's meet the rest of our magical cast. Introducing Jonathan the fox, the clever trickster. Jonathan is a male fox with fiery orange fur, a bushy tail, and sharp, sparkling eyes. He's always got a sly grin and a quick comeback. Voiced by Chris Debitis, Jonathan keeps everyone on their toes. Next up is Alex the badger, the loyal protector. Alex is a sturdy male badger with bold black and white stripes, a broad chest, and a determined look. He's always ready to defend his friends. Alex's strong and steady voice is performed by Cowboy Brutus. Meet Flash, Max, the squirrel, the energetic daredevil. Flash is a male squirrel with fluffy gray fur, a lightning-fast tail, and a sparkle of mischief in his eyes. He's always zipping from branch to branch, and his voice, full of excitement, is brought to life by LaGroldy. And finally, Chris Debitis the owl, the mysterious storyteller. Chris is a male owl with snowy white feathers, piercing golden eyes, and a wise, knowing smile. He's often perched above, watching over the group. Voiced by Jonathan, Chris Debitis adds a touch of magic to every tale. Sound of cheerful chatter and animal noises. Now that you've met our cast, Let's hear a little from each of them, straight from the heart of the forest. Our favorite forest friends, Stravinsky, Elbo, Harald, Klopstock, Jonathan, Alex, Flash, and Chris Debitus, are ready to introduce themselves in their own words. Stravinsky the otter splashes into the spotlight. Hiya, I'm Stravinsky. I can juggle pebbles, crack open clams, and I never miss a cannonball contest. My secret? Utterly unstoppable energy. Elbo the rabbit hops forward, twitching his nose. Hey there, I'm Elbo. Fastest feet in the forest, and I can eat a carrot in under 3 seconds. Fun fact, once beat a squirrel in a hopscotch tournament. True story. Harald the hedgehog rolls in with a little spin. I'm Harald. I may be prickly on the outside, but I've got a soft spot for strawberry jam and late-night stories. Did you know hedgehogs can swim? I'm not saying I'm the fastest, but I sure try. Klopstock the turtle shuffles up, slow and steady. And I'm Klopstock. I might take my time, but I always get where I'm going. I once won a staring contest with a statue. Patience is my superpower. Jonathan the fox winks slyly. Hey, I'm Jonathan. If there's a riddle to solve or a prank to pull, I'm your fox. Just try to keep up. Alex the badger stands tall. Name's Alex. I've got your back no matter what. Nothing gets past me, not even a sneaky squirrel. Flash, Max the squirrel zips in. Zoom! I'm Flash, fastest paws in the treetops, and I love a good dare. Bet you can't catch me. Chris Debitus the owl hoots softly. Greetings, I'm Chris Debitus. Every story needs a little mystery, and I'm here to make sure the magic never fades. This lively introduction shows what makes each character unique, and why their friendship is the real magic behind every adventure. With a wink and a wave, the whole cast invites you to join them on their next wild ride. Who knows what's around the corner in the world of talking animals and time-traveling jeeps? And now it's time for a Did You Know segment, straight from the depths of your Gen Z childhood nostalgia and the wildest corners of the internet. Did you know the legendary iceberg first dropped into our world in May 1998 and just kept reappearing like a cursed chain email all the way through October 2024? That's longer than the lifespan of most viral memes, Tamagotchis, and even some YouTube channels. But here's where it gets chaotic. This iceberg is basically the final boss of disguise. It's so colorblind, it once hid in a pile of blue Legos and nobody even noticed. Some say it even rocked a fake mustache and called itself Mr. Icy McCool just to blend in at a 2000s meme convention. And remember that time Stravinsky mistook the iceberg for a chocolate brownie pile of poo? Classic 2000s moment. He almost tried to eat it, until Elbo yelled, "Bruh, that's not a snack, that's a whole iceberg!" The iceberg's chaotic energy didn't stop there. It's been known to photobomb time-traveling jeeps, glitch out with YouTube poop memes, and cause more trouble than a Neopet site crash. The scariest part? The stick-and-freeze snowman contest, where the iceberg froze every snowman in sight with a single touch. The winner? A snowman with sunglasses, a backwards cap, and a sign that read, "Subscribe to PewDiePie." Peak Gen Z energy. And the road to meltdown? It's been wild since 1998, full of meme chaos, travel mishaps, and more plot twists than a Vine compilation. So, next time you see an iceberg, remember, it might just be hiding in plain sight, ready to drop a YouTube poop remix, freeze your snowman, and photobomb your next adventure. Stay wacky, stay curious, and never trust a colorblind iceberg with a mustache. Just when you thought this house couldn't get any more extra, let's crank up the nostalgia. Straight into the wildest, most iconic Gen Z childhood throwbacks from the 2000s. Picture this. It's Saturday night. You're pretending to have the time of your life, snacks everywhere, and the Wi-Fi is barely holding on for that last TikTok scroll. Welcome to the mysterious house, where every room is a portal to the silliest, most mischievous 2000s memories you can fake with your friends. Remember the iceberg meme that everyone pretended to understand? That's just the surface. Underneath, it's all about wild collabs, chaos, and that 2000s energy you can't help but love. This house? It's basically a meme come to life, a stack of inside jokes, did that really happen moments, and the best kind of pretend fun, from glow-in-the-dark stars on the ceiling, because every 2000s kid had them, to that one room with wallpaper that's basically a Minecraft biome IRL. Every corner is pure, chaotic, pretend party energy. Suddenly it's a showreel gag for the ages. A wild animated mashup where the GNU, wildebeest, water buffalo, ox, bison, and zebra crash through decades of memes, viral dances, and surreal cartoon chaos. VHS tapes turn into TikToks, Tamagotchis morph into smartphones, and the iceberg meme literally cracks open to reveal our animal crew reenacting the weirdest internet moments. Wayne kana ako ang MGA bata? Flashes in neon Tagalog graffiti as the whole scene gets a Zach King-style magical twist. Blink and you'll miss a new meme. It's Gen Z nostalgia, but with hooves, stripes, and a lo-fi kissing the thaw vibe. Imagine Stravinsky the otter finding a box of Tamagotchis. Cue everyone fake fighting over who kept theirs alive the longest. Suddenly it's a full-on Tamagotchi drama, because, let's be real, nobody actually remembers how to play. Elbo the rabbit uncovers a drawer of fidget spinners. Yes, we're bringing them back for the vibes. Next thing you know, it's a pretend tournament. Winner gets the last pizza bagel, obviously. Harald the hedgehog finds a closet packed with every costume you ever wanted for a throwback TikTok. Pirate hats, ninja masks, and of course, at least 3 inflatable dinosaur suits for that raw XD moment. Meanwhile, Klopstock the turtle is explaining what a VHS tape is. Everyone's pretending to get it, but let's be honest, we're just here for the aesthetic. No one actually rewinds, but it's fun to act like you did. It's a weekend house party. Gen Z style, half nostalgia, half, are we really doing this? And all about pretending to have the best time ever. TikTok trends meet vintage board games, because why not mix UNO with a viral dance challenge? Every corner is a meme waiting to happen. Snap a pic, pretend you're famous, repeat. For every young adventurer and the young at heart, this is the ultimate 2000s highlight reel. Remixed for today's wildest memories. Old school toys, new school gadgets, and a whole lot of remember when, but with a modern twist. So grab your favorite snack, cue the lo-fi beats, and pretend you're at the coolest party ever. Get ready to unlock the best and weirdest parts of growing up, no matter when or where your adventure started. Because in this house, every memory is a party, even if you're just pretending. And there's always room for one more wild, wacky, totally unforgettable story.